Granny's small vintage cottage in soft pastels. Nostalgic decor and cozy country memories. There's something magical about vintage charm blended with soft pastels that feels like stepping into a gentle memory. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to bring that cozy, nostalgic feeling into your space with practical steps you can start today. Whether you live in a cottage or a studio apartment, this guide is for you. We'll go room by room, surface by surface, covering how to select colors, source vintage decor, and layer fabrics with intention. I'll break it down so you can follow along, no matter your budget or style experience. Let's begin creating your own cozy corner of the world. Welcome to the Granny Cottage transformation. Start your transformation by defining your vision. Think soft, welcoming, and nostalgic. Gather inspiration from vintage magazines, Pinterest boards, or old family homes. You don't need to change everything at once. Begin with one space: a cozy reading nook, a kitchen shelf, or your bedroom corner. Use this space as your test ground, where you try pastel tones, layer doilies, or repurpose antique finds. The key is to create something personal and emotionally rich, not perfect. Mix inherited pieces with thrifted treasures. You're not just decorating, you're storytelling. Take a quick phone photo before and after each section you complete. It'll help you see your progress and keep your style consistent. Step 1. Pick your pastel palette. Start with a soft base. Think blush pinks, pale greens, butter yellow, or robin's egg blue. Choose no more than 3 to create harmony across rooms. These pastels work best in matte or chalk finishes for that vintage look. Keep your dominant shade light and airy to open up your space. Accent colors can be introduced in accessories, pillows, frames, or curtains. Use cream or off-white to break up tones without going stark. Stick with desaturated shades to avoid clashing with the cozy cottage vibe. Think calm, not candy-colored. Try using pastel color decks from heritage or historical paint collections. They often have built-in harmony. Soft hues that define the look. Focus on colors that feel worn in, like faded fabrics or sun-washed walls. Dusty rose, sage, lavender, and buttercream are classic cottage picks. These tones help create a soft, welcoming environment. Avoid saturated brights that overpower the aesthetic. Use a single soft hue to anchor each room, then add layers with similar tones. For example, a lavender room can include mauve, lilac, and white accents. This layering adds depth while keeping the color story gentle. Stick with nature-inspired pastels for a timeless feel. Avoid baby nursery pastels by choosing shades with a gray or beige undertone. Test paint swatches like a pro. Don't guess, always test. Paint large swatches on multiple walls to see how light affects color at different times of day. Use sample pots and apply at least 2 coats to get true coverage. Label each swatch clearly for comparison. Live with your swatches for at least 48 hours. Notice how morning light might brighten one and dull another. Test near furniture and textiles to ensure your paint works with your decor. Always trust your eyes, not the label. Stick removable poster boards on your wall with test swatches to move them around before deciding. Step 2. Thrift vintage furniture finds. Start at local thrift stores, flea markets, or estate sales. Look for wood furniture with character carvings, curved legs, or scalloped edges. Avoid bulky modern styles. Focus on function first, then form. Think about how it will fit your space. Look past surface damage. A good sanding and coat of paint can work wonders. Don't ignore pieces with missing knobs or dull finishes. Those are easy fixes. Choose furniture that feels like it has a story. Keep a measuring tape and a list of needed dimensions in your phone while thrifting. Look for curves, details, and wood. The essence of cottage furniture lies in the curves, rounded drawer fronts, spindled legs, and scalloped edges. Ornate carvings or turned wood give even simple items a nostalgic look. Skip anything too modern or boxy. Think feminine, delicate, and time-worn. Solid wood is ideal. It's sturdy and can be sanded or repainted easily. If the finish is outdated, chalk paint will fix that fast. Look for unique silhouettes over flashy hardware. Beauty is in the craftsmanship, not the brand name. Don't be afraid to mix woods and tones. Variation adds authenticity to a collected look. DIY chalk paint and distressing tips. Start with a clean sanded surface. Apply a base coat of chalk paint using a natural bristle brush. Let dry fully, then lightly sand the edges and raised surfaces. The goal is to mimic natural wear over time. Use a wax finish for a soft antique glow. Clear wax keeps the pastel bright, while dark wax adds depth. Try layering 2 colors, paint a white base, then a pastel top coat in distress to reveal the underlayer. It adds charm and character. Skip the store. Make DIY chalk paint with latex paint and baking soda for a budget-friendly option. Make old pieces feel new again. Don't toss that old dresser. Refresh it with pastel paint, new knobs, and soft drawer liners. Line the inside with floral wallpaper for a sweet surprise. You're layering charm into the details. Keep the character but update the function. Add lace runners or crochet tops to hide blemishes on tabletops. Reupholster chair seats in gingham or floral fabric. Use pastel wax or tinted polish to subtly enhance wood tones. Every update adds charm and history. Apply rub-on transfers or stencils to drawer fronts for a handcrafted touch. Step 3. Layering textiles for comfort. Start with a base fabric, cotton or linen, in a soft tone like ivory or pale blue. Add throws, quilts, and doilies to create visual softness. Layer textiles over couches, beds, and tables. Vary weights and textures for a cozy, lived-in feel. Use double curtains, sheers underneath and heavier floral drapes on top. Mix neutral solids with pastel prints for a balanced look. Don't match everything. The charm is in the imperfect combinations. Thrift vintage sheets and repurpose them as curtains, pillow covers, or tablecloths. Mix florals, gingham, and lace. Combine prints that feel nostalgic, small florals, soft gingham, and vintage lace. Start with a floral quilt or duvet cover. Add gingham pillowcases or seat cushions. Layer lace doilies over shelves, dressers, or side tables for texture. Don't worry about perfect matching. Mix scale and tone instead. Keep everything in the same soft pastel family for cohesion. Gingham brings structure, florals add warmth, and lace gives it that true granny cottage touch. Let them overlap and interact. Use fabric remnants from craft stores or thrift bins to mix patterns affordably. Styling beds and sofas with layers. Begin with a neutral or pastel base. Think ivory sheets or a soft mint slipcover. Layer with vintage quilts, crocheted throws, and velvet pillows. The goal is softness and comfort, not symmetry. Use odd numbers of pillows and let things drape naturally. Textures like waffle knits, tassels, or patchwork for depth. Swap in seasonal patterns, florals for spring, plaid for fall. Use bolster pillows or round cushions for that extra vintage flair. Keep the palette consistent and cozy. Fold throws at the foot of beds or over one arm of the sofa for an effortless, inviting look. Step 4. Add nostalgic cottage decor. Decor is where the story comes alive. Add family heirlooms, vintage teacups, antique books, and framed old photos. Use open shelving to display collectibles like floral plates, clocks, or figurines. Keep each area feeling intentional, not cluttered. Group similar items, 3 milk glass vases, or 5 mismatched floral saucers. Use trays and baskets to organize while keeping charm intact. If it reminds you of Grandma's house, it probably belongs in this aesthetic. Let nostalgia guide your choices. Use layered height stacks of books, cake stands, and risers to make displays more dynamic. Where to find vintage accessories? Start with thrift stores, antique malls, and online platforms like Etsy or Facebook Marketplace. Search terms like shabby chic, cottagecore, or granny chic to find hidden gems. Look for candlesticks, mirrors, floral artwork, and hand-stitched linens. Don't ignore garage sales and estate clearouts. They often hold rare treasures at low cost. Go with a list, but stay open to surprises. Focus on authenticity over perfection. Time-worn edges and faded finishes are part of the charm. Set up alerts for specific keywords on second-hand apps. You'll never miss a great find again. Display antiques with purpose. Don't just pile your vintage finds, curate them. Use shadow boxes for keepsakes, plate rails for collectibles, and tiered trays for smaller accessories. Think of your home as a living museum of memory and comfort. Each piece should tell a story. Rotate displays seasonally to keep the space fresh and engaging. Try clustering items in odd numbers and mixing textures: glass, ceramic, wood. Avoid flat layouts, use risers, hooks, or stands for depth. Let light and shadow play around your treasures. Your vignettes for reference before rearranging. You may love the old setup more than you think. Step 5. Bring nature indoors. Start with dried flowers, eucalyptus bundles, or pressed greenery. Choose muted tones like soft pink roses, lavender sprigs, or cream hydrangeas. Arrange them loosely in baskets, pitchers, or old vases. Let your display feel wild and effortless. Potted herbs like rosemary or thyme add scent and freshness to the kitchen or windowsill. Use clay pots or enamel mugs for planting. Incorporating nature softens hard corners and brings the cottage theme to life. It feels lived in and lovingly tended. Hang small dried bundles from hooks or knobs for vertical charm and subtle fragrance. Dried flowers, herbs, and mason jars. Mason jars are perfect rustic containers for dried or fresh blooms. Wrap them with twine or lace and place in groups of 3. Mix herbs like sage, rosemary, or bay leaves for a subtle earthy scent. Display them on windowsills or mantels. Use smaller jars as vases for bedside tables or bathrooms. You can even tint them with food coloring for a soft pastel effect. Place dried petals or tiny pine cones inside to make seasonal jar decor. Versatile, simple, and so very cottage. Use old canning jars with vintage logos. They add authenticity and texture instantly. Floral arrangements the easy way. Creating easy floral arrangements starts with odd number groupings. Pick 1 focal flower, 2 fillers, and 1 accent. Use colors that echo your room's palette. Think blush roses, pale blue thistle, soft cream baby's breath. Keep the stems loose and informal. Use old pitchers, enamel jugs, or milk bottles instead of traditional vases. Vary height for drama, and use greenery to soften the base. Don't aim for symmetry. Let the flowers speak in their natural shape. Let imperfection be your style guide. Add a drop of bleach to the water to keep your fresh stems looking pretty longer. Use vintage containers creatively. Vintage tins, tea canisters, enamel basins, and watering cans make wonderful decor vessels. Use them to hold flowers, rolling pins, utensils, or bundled linens. Repurpose before you replace. Reuse old items in fresh, charming ways. It's eco-friendly and full of character. Mix metal, ceramic, and glass for texture. Set containers on trays with layered cloth underneath to frame them. This creates visual weight and a focal point. Unexpected vessels make the space feel personal and lived in. Use chipped items. Just turn the flaw toward the wall for rustic perfection. Step 6. Final styling touches. Now refine your space with small details. Swap in vintage knobs, add embroidered linens, and hang a straw hat on the wall. Use mirrors with worn frames to reflect soft light and expand rooms. Each touch builds the cozy story. Add a vintage clock, a stack of old books, or a floral-scented candle to anchor the space. These finishing touches pull everything together and make it feel like home. Don't overstyle, leave space for real life. That's what makes it authentic. Use your 5 senses as a checklist: touch, sight, sound, scent, and comfort. Warm lighting and personal details. Switch overhead lights for warm tone lamps or string lights. Use fabric lampshades with ruffles or embroidery. Lighting should be soft and layered, never harsh. Place lamps on dressers, shelves, and side tables. Add personal memories, photos in floral frames, handmade gifts, or notes in vintage tins. These small touches make your cottage style deeply yours. Cozy is emotional as well as visual. Add what matters to you. Use amber bulbs or dimmers for cozy evening vibes without blue light glare. What to avoid in cottage styling? Avoid ultramodern materials like plastic or high-gloss finishes. Skip cluttered open storage. Cottagecore is lived in, not chaotic. Don't overload on artificial florals or overly bright colors. Balance is key. Stay away from heavy, dark furniture unless it's softened by linens or light paint. Avoid trends that clash with nostalgic charm. Focus on heartwarming, familiar, and timeless touches instead. You're building a mood, not just a room. Edit often. If it doesn't spark warmth or usefulness, consider letting it go. Keep it cozy, not cluttered. Coziness means space to breathe. Use baskets to store extra pillows or blankets. Choose open shelving wisely and keep it tidy. Leave room on surfaces so decor can shine. Rotate decor seasonally to refresh the feel without adding clutter. Let furniture and textiles do the visual work. If your room feels too full, subtract one item. Simplicity lets the charm breathe. Use a neutral reset zone like a tray or plain shelf to bring visual calm to busy corners. Before and after the full cottage look. Now it's time to reflect. Show your transformation in a side-by-side format, before shots next to your new cozy haven. Point out the changes: new textiles, repainted furniture, refreshed lighting. Each layer added softness and soul. Take a moment to appreciate your work. Your space now tells a story, yours. It's warm, familiar, and entirely unique. This is the charm of Granny Cottage style. Keep a small photo album of your room's progress. It's rewarding and inspiring. Share your cottage makeover below. Let others see your creativity. Drop photos, tips, or your favorite thrift find in the comments. This community thrives on inspiration and shared stories. Your journey might inspire someone else's start. Let's build a cozy world together. Whether you transformed a corner or an entire home, it matters. Celebrate the joy of making something feel like you. We'd love to hear about it. Don't be shy, every tiny detail is a win. Respond to others in the comments. You might just find your next idea or DIY buddy. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more DIYs. Thank you for spending time with me on this cozy cottage journey. If you love this style, hit that subscribe button for more DIYs and decor inspiration. There's so much more charm to create together. Your cozy dream is just beginning. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends who love soft vintage vibes. Every bit of support helps grow this warm, creative community. Until next time, stay cozy, stay inspired. See you in the next video. Turn on notifications so you never miss a new cozy project or styling idea.